In today's video, I'm going to share the 10 things to know before visiting Lilydale. We're going to cover a lot of topics in a short amount of time, everything from how to find a medium, how to attend events, where to park, what to wear, food, lodging, and other bonus information. Located in southwestern New York State, about an hour south of Buffalo, New York, and an hour northeast of Erie, Pennsylvania, Lilydale is a small town situated on beautiful Cassadaga Lake and nestled in the woods on 160 acres with almost 300 year-round residents and many summer homes. Lilydale is known for its mediumship and spiritual studies. In fact, it is the world's largest center for the religion of spiritualism. Over the years, Lilydale has been featured in many newspapers, books, TV, and documentary films. Due to its historical significance, Lilydale is listed on the National Registry of Historic Places. Visitors from all over the world come to Lilydale for inspiration, upliftment, and peace, and to learn about spiritualism. Spiritualists believe in God as divine source and infinite intelligence and understand the gifts of the spirit. We affirm the existence and personal identity of the individual soul continue after the change called death, and that the doorway to reformation is never closed. Spiritual progression is eternal and infinite, and each individual creates their own reality according to spiritual natural law. We affirm the divine right of each individual to seek the truth in their own heart as God speaks to them. As spiritualists, we know that communication between all planes of existence is a reality, and that the innate gifts of mediumship and healing are expressions of God's love. If you're interested in knowing more about the philosophy, religion, and history of spiritualism and the Lilydale Assembly, I encourage you to watch the archive videos of my past shows on my Facebook page, Willa White Medium, and my YouTube channel. For over 140 years, Lilydale has offered a series of events and experiences during the summer. The summer season program of events starts on the last Friday of June and runs until the day before Labor Day, typically a 9 or 10-week season program of events. During the season, there is a gate fee to be on the grounds. Daily, weekly, and full season gate passes are available. When you arrive, you'll notice there's a gatehouse where they sell gate pass tickets and collect the outgoing tickets. Gate passes are sold per person and are required for all visitors. These are also available for purchase on the Lilydale website, lilydaleassembly.org. Children 17 years of age or younger, when accompanied by an adult ticket holder, those who are active military with an ID, and adults over the age of 80 are all free. The Lilydale Assembly is a nonprofit organization and needs these ticket sales and other donations to keep Lilydale up and running. So please keep this in mind and give generously. During the rest of the year, the off season, there is no gate fee and no daily services to attend. It's very quiet here, and some of the mediums are away for the winter. The churches may run their own programs of Sunday services and classes, and there is a community healing service once a week. Many of the public buildings are closed, and some of the folks have flown south for the winter. During the summer season, there is something to do almost every moment of the day. So what events and services are available? Well, every morning there is a meditation service. You can go and sit in the calm vibrations of the healing temple and let peace in. On Sunday mornings, there's a church service in the big auditorium building. On the other mornings of the week, Monday through Saturday, there are healing services at the Healing Temple. You can go and sit on a healer's bench and receive spiritual healing from an approved volunteer healer. It is beautiful to allow yourself to feel the divine source of love and light flow. Following that healing service, there is an outdoor message service at 1 p.m. at Inspiration Stump, which is located in an old growth forest. filled with ancient trees in a space that I refer to as an outdoor cathedral. You follow the path through the woods to a place where there are many wooden benches and have a seat. Depending on the day of the week, there are sometimes 100 people, sometimes there are 300 or 400 people who attend. Various mediums volunteer to give spirit messages to those gathered. Spirit loved ones, family members, friends, sometimes pets, communicate through the medium. Those who attend may receive a message of love, maybe even you. Stay tuned because in a little bit, I have some other important information to share about your role at the message services. After the Inspiration Stump message service, there is an afternoon service at 2:30 p.m. in the big auditorium building. Over the years, many important people have spoken there. Susan B. Anthony, Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, and more. At the afternoon church service, there's an inspirational lecture by the featured speaker of the day, followed by spirit messages from the featured medium. And then at 4 p.m., we move to the Forest Temple for another outdoor message service. This is located on East Street, past the Healing Temple. Here, various mediums volunteer to give spirit messages to those gathered. On Sundays, there is no Forest Temple service due to the all message service in the auditorium. It's important to note that many of the daily events are staffed by unpaid volunteers who love Lilydale and are serving from their hearts. Because of their generous donation of time and service, Lilydale is able to share mediumship and healing with the public. In the evenings, depending on the day of the week, there can be a message circle, gallery readings, thought exchanges, healing services, and the full daily schedule can be found on lilydaleassembly.org. Now, as I promised earlier, I have some important information to share about your role at the message services. As with all the message services, these are religious services. So we appreciate you being respectful of the mediums and those who are gathered. No food or photography or recordings are permitted. There is a chairperson who will conduct the prayer, explain about the message service, and introduce the mediums. There are 3 types of mediums who volunteer at the message services, and they come from all over the world to serve at Lilydale: registered mediums, visiting mediums, and student mediums. Usually a medium will go directly to the message recipient and then proceed with the spirit communication. Some mediums may give the spirit info and then find placement for the message. Different mediums work in different ways, and you'll have the unique opportunity to see how various mediums connect with spirit and convey spirit messages. If a medium comes to you with a message at the service, say hello and give them the sound of your voice so that the medium can continue with the contact from spirit. Enjoy the communication with spirit, knowing that more insights about the message may also evolve over the coming days as you meditate on the message after. The medium knows when the link is closing with the spirit and may say, I will leave you with that. It is appropriate to thank them for the message at that time. The next spirit message will begin for another recipient at the service. The mediums will do their best to give messages as spirit directs and as time allows. At the close of the service, the chairperson will monitor the time and end the service with a prayer. A message service is also a time to quietly support others who may be receiving a communication from their loved ones in spirit. So please be respectfully quiet and refrain from moving around. Unnecessary noise and movement can disrupt the flow of energy and the message work and the group. If you need to leave for any reason, please do so between the mediums being called to the front to work. Remember, this is a sacred time with spirit, and the group energy assists in the raising of the vibration and keeping that strong. Now, if it rains or is windy, you do not want to be in the woods. Also, the benches may be too wet to sit on. In the event of inclement weather, the message services are moved indoors, typically to the big auditorium building. On those inclement weather days, listen for the bell to be rung a half hour before the service to know where the service is located. Again, this is usually the auditorium. Then it'll be running at 15 minutes prior to the service and also at the start time of the service. So perk up your ears. And there's more to the schedule, so hang in there with me because I've got some more great tips for your visit to Lilydale. How do you register for the classes and workshops? Lilydale hosts a world-renowned summer program for seekers to come and learn more about a wide variety of spiritual topics with our unique focus on mediumship and healing. Throughout the day, there are many workshops with many workshop presenters. Take note of the location. You may be at the Assembly Hall, the Octagon Building, the Lyceum, or the big auditorium building. The whole calendar of workshops is available in the events catalog located on the Lilydale Assembly website here. Most classes are in person here at Lilydale. Some workshops are hybrid, so you can take it in person or over Zoom. You'll register for the workshops online through the Lilydale Assembly, lilydaleassembly.org. Click on the desired workshop button to sign up and process payment. If you run into issues registering, you'll need to contact the Lilydale Assembly office. I encourage you to make your mediumship appointment early, like now, before you visit, because not everyone in Lilydale is a medium available for readings. The houses are private homes of spiritualists who support mediumship and healing. As you walk around, you will see signs up on certain houses that have the registered medium's name and the word medium. Registered mediums are the only ones permitted to give readings on the grounds of Lilydale. Visiting mediums and student mediums cannot do readings on the grounds of Lilydale. If approved by the chairperson, they can volunteer at the outdoor message services. And some of them may be teaching workshops or helping in another capacity, but only the registered mediums that have been tested and approved by the Lilydale Assembly Board can provide readings. The full list of registered mediums is located on the Lilydale Assembly website under Find a Medium. You can click on their info or the website and find out more about them, their rates, and how to book an appointment. Many mediums have a full schedule, so you need to book early. Appointments are strongly encouraged during the season and the off season. Each medium keeps their own schedule, they set their own appointments and fees. You can go down the list and see who you feel intuitively drawn to connect with. As you walk the streets of Lilydale, please keep your voices down as many mediums are doing readings, sometimes in their reading room offices and sometimes outside in good weather or on their porch. You may even see signs that have reading in progress, do not disturb. With a reading, you have more time to explore communication with your loved ones in spirit, ask questions, and dive deeper into the experience. Sittings with mediums are experimental sessions. Therefore, communication with a certain spirit or information cannot be guaranteed. Keep in mind that a mediumship reading is not for fortune telling. We do not do tarot cards or astrology or palm reading. The focus of a session with a medium is on spirit contact with those who have passed, family members, friends, and sometimes pets. It provides beautiful communication with those souls for the purpose of comfort, easing grief, healing, and soul-to-soul contact. Now, some of you are asking, what if I don't have an appointment? Some mediums may take walk-ins the day of. You can check their porch for an open sign and a sign-up sheet. But most mediums book up and you'll see notices of fully booked. There is an energetic limit of what mediums can do in a day, and that varies for each medium. Quality is so much more important than quantity. Keep in mind that many of the registered mediums offer phone or Zoom readings. So if you don't have an in-person reading, you can absolutely book a phone or Zoom appointment to connect with your loved ones in spirit. They are just as effective as in-person readings. I'll be doing another video about mediumship readings and how to choose a medium. So stay tuned and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to get the latest information. So let's talk about lodging in Lilydale. The best way to enjoy what Lilydale has to offer is to stay on the grounds for a night or a week or the season. Lilydale has two hotels, the Maplewood Hotel, which is on the grounds, and the Leolin Hotel, just outside the Lilydale gate. These hotels were built in the 1800s, so they do not have telephones, televisions, or elevators. and most do not have air conditioning. Some are shared bathrooms, some are private bathrooms. Another great option are the guest houses. These are private guest homes located in Lilydale. Some guest houses have coffee porches, others have kitchen privileges or a separate guest kitchen. Some have air conditioning. Each guest house sets their own rates, so you'll have to check their fees, amenities, and availability yourself. Additionally, there is a campground or RV park, but you have to have a reservation. So call ahead for availability and payment with the Lilydale Assembly office. There are hotels located 15 to 30 minutes away from Lilydale if that's a better option for you. However, staying in Lilydale may make it easier for you to attend events and workshops and to relax in Lilydale. Where do you park? Well, parking is included in your gate fee, and there are various parking spots throughout Lilydale. Please do not park in a resident's driveway or in a resident's designated parking spot or in a fire lane. Your vehicle may be towed. Some of the streets are one-way only, and the speed limit is only 5 miles per hour, so add some extra time to travel estimates. Also, summer is a favorite time for road construction. So plan to arrive early and well before any scheduled appointments or planned events. There is general parking around the Maplewood Hotel and the Assembly Hall in front of and behind the picnic pavilion near the Lyceum and other locations. Where to eat? Well, there are currently 2 restaurants in the Lilydale grounds, the Lily Restaurant at the cafeteria and the Sunflower Cafe at the Pagoda. I believe the one is a cash-only restaurant, so be sure to bring cash with you, although there is an ATM at the Maplewood Hotel if needed. You also have the option of bringing your own picnic lunch with you. There is a picnic pavilion near the fire hall. Yes, we have our own volunteer fire company, as well as picnic tables sprinkled throughout Lilydale. Where are the public restrooms? Well, during the season, most of the public buildings have restrooms available. The fire hall has restrooms available on the right-hand side of the building. It's on the same side as the picnic pavilion. There are also restrooms available at Mother's Rest, which is the building at the entrance of the Inspiration Stump Trail. And the little red brick building that's near the auditorium and Lilydale restaurant has public restrooms available as well. During the season, there are additional portable bathrooms available near those locations. What should you wear? I've seen lovely ladies in summer dresses and sandals, and I've seen other visitors in shorts and jeans. Lilydale is mainly a walking community, and I encourage you to dress comfortably and for the weather and wear good walking shoes. Sometimes Lilydale is cooler than other locations, so dress in layers. If you're planning to go into the woods or near the woods, mosquito repellent is suggested. An umbrella in case of rain and a jacket are also appropriate. And of course, the most important accessory is a smile to brighten the world. We also have gift shops in Lilydale, so you can take home a souvenir for yourself or someone special. You can get t-shirts, books, jewelry, art, and other great gifts. So I'd like to share the layout of Lilydale, just make your visit a bit easier. It's as if when people come, they can be, oh, I'm in a new place. How do I get to where I need to go? There's so many events throughout the day, as I discussed. So on this map, you'll see that this is the main entrance coming in on Dale Drive. And as you come through the main gate, most of the traffic will go to the right and will proceed through the streets. Now, at the top of the map, you'll see East Street, and that is the one that's closer to the woods. And then we also have Cleveland Avenue, which runs through the middle of Lilydale. We also have the Cottage Row, and we have the Lakefront Drive. So those are all the ones that are parallel to each other in that regard. Now, for our vertical streets, it runs from South Street onward. So South Street, 4th Street, 3rd Street, 2nd Street, 1st Street, North Street. And so it's like a countdown to North Street. Originally, the streets only ran from South to North Street, But in 1890, 1891, they started building on more houses and more streets. So we ended up with Library Street, Buffalo Street, Marion Street, and so on. So if you're looking for Inspiration Stump, that's in the upper right-hand corner of this map. It's out on a path through the woods. And that as you travel along East Street, following left on this map, you'll see that there is the playground, the Lyceum, a labyrinth. There also is the picnic pavilion, the fire hall, and the healing temple. Across the street from the healing temple is the Lilydale Museum, which is a yellow building. And we also have the Forest Temple. As you travel along East Street, you'll find that there. There are mainly residence houses and mediums that will be located in this throughout the streets. And in this main section, we have the Assembly Hall, along with the Maplewood Hotel and the eating establishments that I mentioned earlier, the restaurant and the cafe. And we have the big auditorium building where a lot of the big events are held. So that helps to orient you to some of the main locations in Lilydale, so you can be more familiar with the layout and not be so confused about where you're going next. And here's something else you need to know. So we do have additional things that are going on, just, other than the main program, daily events that I mentioned, and the workshops and classes. We also have a lovely museum. The Lilydale Museum is this yellow building here that does contain artifacts relating to spiritualism and also to Lilydale. It's a fascinating place to learn more about the history and see some of the special paintings and other artifacts, as I said. We also have the Marion Skidmore Library, which has the largest collection of spiritualist works, and people come from all over the world to do research on mediumship, healing, and spiritualist studies. It's a non-circulating library, so things can only be read here. We also have the opportunity of playground, beach, labyrinth, yoga, drumming circle, thought exchange, ghost walks, which are really just history tours, and more. And if you have any other questions about visiting Lilydale, I encourage you to reach out to the Lilydale Assembly office directly. They'll be able to answer your questions. This is just an informational video so that you have a starting place on what to expect when you visit Lilydale and how you can plan ahead to make your visit a little bit easier and run more smoothly. We all want that for you, and please know that this is such a beautiful, quaint old town, and we can't wait to welcome you here. And thank you so much for your interest in Lilydale. I hope this video helps you better prepare for your visit to a very special place. See you soon.